It's not the pedal making that noise. Well, that's crazy. Drive-by-wire connector. What? That's a drive-by-wire connector. What are we using these for? I am so excited that you guys were wondering the same thing I was wondering. And we coincidentally got this in at the same time. So the guys over at Tick Performance, who I've become very close with very quickly, you'll see some cool shit with all of us very soon. But in the meantime, they sold me this box. A really nice box. Oh, it's another box inside of the box. That's how they do it here. They sold me this box. So inside of this box, oh, it's protective foam. And inside the protective foam,
Oh.
yeah. All right. So this is a properly built 103 millimeter drive-by-wire system. I wanted to make sure that we used a quality one. This is a guy's name actually, like Nick Williams Performance, 103 millimeter. It says for Gen 4 LS. That makes me want to throw up in my mouth. It is not for an LS, Nick. I'm sorry, you're wrong. It is for a 4-rotor. It is drive-by-wire. So this connector right here is going to plug into this right there. Why did I make sure I used such an expensive one? Because these are very expensive, almost ridiculously expensive, but they're worth it. I was afraid that if you bought a cheap one, we're going to have some problems with the airflow pushing on this blade and causing torquing issues and causing fluttering. So I wanted to make sure I brought a quality one so I could complain if it does not work. So Nick Williams, your unit better work. That is going to replace what has worked super well for us, the Holley Sniper EFI. It is going to bolt in, literally swap the two out, we're good. The only thing is we added this 4-inch ring from Vibrant, so we'll have to weld another one into here, which is why I went with the lack of black anodizing on it, so easy to swap. The important thing to notice, and this is something that a lot of people don't know or notice, is that when you go 1-to-1 with this to your pedal, as you saw in my 3-rotor video, it's pure chaos. What people don't realize, myself included, is that this is called a cam. This shape is a cam. When you pull on the pedal, and you pull a lot, the cam causes this to move very little. And then as you open it up, the cam is changing height. So from this point of here, it's really long here, and then it shrinks. So you get slow movement and then fast movement. Exactly what I modeled in the computer. A little bit of pedal means a little bit of throttle, a lot more pedal means a little bit of throttle, and then the last bit, boom, it opens up way more. That's actually in this piece of metal right there. So we know what to start with modeling wise. We're gonna swap this out. We never used this idling valve, which is fine. That was gonna be my way of not going to drive-by-wire, but with this, cleans everything up more, and look, it puts the connector right where my harness is gonna be. So, perfect.
Look what I got. Just came back from Turbo this morning. I got a bunch of little goodies. I got something to surprise Rob. I think he's gonna like a lot. So this one is really cool because we had tile wastegates and then also tile blow-off valves, but luckily Turbo Smart makes blow-off valves to directly replace the tile ones, and they also make their own, so we could replace that without making a whole new intercooler pipe. But this is what I'm actually excited about. There's something on the top of this, right?
Oh, I know what that is.
So this is a Hall sensor at the top that detects the position of your blow-off valve.
Oh, that is badass. Yeah, they do it on their wastegates too, is that you can have a position sensor to know exactly the position of your wastegates.
Well, the E-gates actually have a...
The E-gates are position
Yeah.
sensors?
We have two, so I was like, I don't think we need to measure both, but if we measure one,
We know, yeah.
we know the position of both.
One of the things that we would have known had we had data from our past blow-off valves is that, unfortunately, old blow-off valves don't flow as well as new ones do. And the issue with the FC, this allows the compressor, so this allows the turbo to spool up more instead of fighting itself and choking. It's very efficient, but what you see doesn't look efficient. You see air coming out of your blow-off valve that in your mind should be going into the engine. Well, the engine can't accept it all, so it has to puke out somewhere. This, you can keep track of, okay, let me maybe resize my turbo. You have so much data now that you can make the most efficient setup with your turbo and your engine.
Regular one versus, oh, there's this little sensor in the middle. And then the big boys.
Oh, yeah. I love these wrenches. I'm not gonna lie. This is
We have so many of these wrenches.
I love them. Oh, I'm naming you Rob Jr. No less impressive.
The first time.
The first time, yeah. It's like my first time all over again.
So this is 2.5 inches of flow. That is, I think I said it before, and I'll keep on saying that's most people's exhaust size.
Yeah.
That's just
And
for the
we're trying to
wastegate.
get the exhaust away from the turbo with this.
Yeah.
And we got 2 of them. If you guys haven't seen it, we had one of the very first videos on electronic wastegates. And between Fuel Tech's upgrades, but more importantly now, Haltech's whole software allowing you to control these preemptively. You don't put boost into this. This thing is controlled by electronics. So that means that it can do anything that electronics tell it to do. What you want it to do is say, okay, you know what, at 5,000 RPM, we know that the turbo is going to go insane. Let's start leading it off a little bit. Let's be, well, hey, you just made that shift. Let's close it immediately, so that way the car builds boost, even if you maybe aren't going to use it. There's a lot of advanced features that these things are just waiting for people to use, but you need this end to be smart, and that's where we're at. We were on the bleeding edge of that, where we had the gates, but the controls just were early. We were the first people doing that sort of power response, where it would go from nothing to something insanely. That was where we needed to see the rest of the world upgrade, but these are an amazing piece of machinery. Honestly, between this and this is kind of the same piece on a different part. This is the intake side, all digital, and this is the exhaust side, all digital. This is unfair because when we shift gears, we can have it auto blip, downshifting, we can have it rev matching, all that sort of crap. But then on the exhaust side, boom, hit the next gear, close it down the right amount, not too much, but the right amount to get the maximum amount of boost immediately that your tires, it's gonna come down to traction, all of these can do. So it's a lot of calibration, but my God, you can see where the calibration pays off, especially over the last year of what we've done with the 3-rotor.
My fending does kind of close, so I got to hold off on the diff a little bit, and we need some little more machining or whatever, but I could go ahead with the drive-by-wire pedal. So this is the drive-by-wire pedal. Kind of sad he didn't want to use a badass RX-8 pedal, but you know, whatever works, works. And what's cool is that it has its own little mounting bracket, but I'm actually going to just get rid of this guy, and they have 3 mounting holes right here, which I could probably just make a plate, and boom, it makes it easy. A little drill. I think you guys seen the same one already. We had to whip up this kind of ghetto, is the best way I'm going to put it. It's not really welded in there because, you know, we were going to switch to drive-by-wire eventually. You guys are going to see how easy it's actually going to come out. There's still a lot of fuel, or there was at least, in that fuel line. This has been, yeah, see? That has been open for months. I'm surprised that the fuel's even still in there. So this guy, look, that guy's already broken off. I literally had tacked him on there. And the back side was just this little clip from, I think this is the OEM block body. I had to weld this guy onto here.
Wow, I didn't realize it was right there.
Yeah, so that was just a little square that we cut out, slit that through there. That was literally just, do you remember how janky this was? I unbolted it and it came off like that.
I've been smashing the pedal too hard on this car.
Was this the OEM wire?
Yeah, I was somehow able to get the OEM wire to work, and I also had like 3 other versions, like a potential version that might work.
So then this guy is a part of that. This is the FD wire, yeah. Throttle cable, sorry.
Yeah, because I wanted the FD pedal to work.
And this isn't even welded on. This is 4 tacks in there. Pass me that hammer.
Oh, this is actually from this car.
Wow.
And there we are. We had the Willwood pedal, but we needed to get this leverage up here. So remember, I welded that guy on there. We made this little bracket. These actually, obviously, they're strong enough to do what they did when they were tacked, and they were made with the intention to actually weld them. But we knew we were going to change.
That worked out so well. That's a brake pedal.
We're so smart. Ouch, that's from trying to hammer that already. I already got a little blood blister. I need to pop that out actually. They are locking these. I'm actually gonna reuse those.
So why'd you drag me up?
Then you just sit.
I have not sat in this car in a while.
I think last time you were in it, you were nude, right?
That was this morning.
Put your foot where ideally without knowing.
Shouldn't be doing that. This is too high up. So
You want it even with the brake pedal.
yeah. So realistically, right there, as I fatigue, like that's like the highest up I want to lift it, but then I can't push it down. So right up here, I guess. It seems fine to me.
Right there.
Maybe a little bit closer to the. Not that I'm never gonna toe heel this car because of the software doing that. If I can feel how far, because the other side is on the old setup, I had to like push it like this to get to 100%.
Yeah, literally 100% is like an inch of throw.
Yeah, which is good on this car because my heel hits this too.
It's actually more up than I thought you would want it, actually, the way your foot sits. Now, brake pedal kind of stuck to that, and it's different because your left foot does that, and I think your left foot's not gonna heel on that thing. But since your right foot's kind of just staying still, you're just kind of modulating from your heel, so it's a little bit higher.
Well, the brake pedal is always going to start up higher than the gas pedal.
I see.
And then when you give it pressure, that's when you would start doing the heel toe. If we knew how far down the brake pedal went, like all the way down, which we can't because the rotors aren't in the calipers. Naturally, my foot's on this weird angle. For the camera, it's actually straight, but the camera's off to the side of me, so it gives my foot this kind of awkward angle. That's as far down as I can go while keeping my heel on this. And that's where it starts to go too far. So that right there is pedal fully down, like dream pedal full down.
I have a few thoughts that I'm gonna share with you guys, and it's the only thing I don't like about this car, and it's because I didn't do it. The tubes are just weird. So like that's how much the tube like curves. So like trying to mount to it, it's like this is 90 to the driver, and this is how the tube goes. I don't know. That's the only thing I have to complain about. That was just a pain in the ass. I want to do this with a nice piece, bend it up real nice, make it super strong. I mean, welding it's not gonna make any less stronger, but it's just more work, and I like when I could just bend one piece. Like make me feel like I could do sheet metal pretty good.
Yeah, that has got way more travel than you think it does. That's actually probably perfect.
Right there?
Yeah, because if I go further back, I can't sustain this. My shin starts to hurt. Okay. So right here is good.
We barely passed the vibe check over here. Kind of close, but not really close. This is kind of stuck to right here, so we are literally perfect. If he said it's perfect, he likes that, then we are good to go. But check out my welding wire ground setup that I have over there, because the car is all the way over here and the welder's all the way over there, and we don't have any 210 besides the one that I have over there. So this is the best we got, but I mean, it seems to work perfectly fine. I don't know who fucked up my vise, Rob. Rob fucked up my vise, but I can't believe he did that, dude. That's kind of fucked up.
Does what he wants, huh?
Yeah, he acts like he bought the vise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna weld on the ring to here for the vibrant clamps. But what I always do is, this is plastic. When I weld, it gets really hot, so I always take these apart. And this one's actually pretty easy to set on here with clips, pretty much. So boom, one. Ooh, that one was nice. I love hearing all the sound. Now from there, they just pull right up. And there we go. That thing is welded. This thing was a dream to weld to. Like this, it's billet. So happy Rob didn't weld it because look how cute that is. This run right there was perfect. I do have not really a problem with start stops, but to get like this, like kind of, yeah, start stops are tough. I'm sure all my welders out there know that.
Okay, I want you guys to see this, but not just this, all of this. And watch this. That's not the pedal making that noise.